Alright, we are back with you on another video here, and in this video we're going to be replacing some sheet metal on this KRX 4-seater that got pretty messed up right there. This one, Tim bent back. It was pretty much folded down. We're going to make a new piece for that. Some of this other stuff, it's okay. We're going to leave. Some of the stuff that's dented, we're going to fix, because these holes here actually hold his new trail armor skid plate. And with these being dented and messed up, you're not able to bolt that back on easily. You can see how dented that is. It's supposed to be straight, and it is not. So we're going to be replacing some of that, fixing this, and putting this on. And I believe it, yeah, trail armor. KRX 4 trail armor. We'll let you know how it goes. I think trail armor is what we put on the Razor, wasn't it? I will say that installation wasn't very smooth, but our frame was messed up. So we'll see. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle here. There's 2 pieces there, 3 pieces here, one there, one there. Lots of bolts and cup washers and all that good stuff. So what we're gonna do now is remove these sides so we can get a better look at the metal in here. And then once those sides are removed, got some Phillips head bolts and then some push pins. I think we'll pull these sides off. We'll be able to see what this looks like in there, and then we'll be back with you. Alright, first panel is off. This one didn't want to come out. We have the second panel. Is it ready?
Is it? I thought there was one more. Did you get them up?
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're ready.
It's ready.
There we go. So there's one screw or bolt up here, and then all of these are bolted here and down here. We had this one gave us a hard time. It stripped out. We had to drill it out, and then I think the next thing we could do is probably fix and replace some metal. So we'll probably pull this one off to get a template for this side, something like that. We're gonna unbolt these pieces that got folded up under. Some of these sides, it's gonna be really hard to get a bolt up in the skid plate where these are, and these are all welded. So what we're probably gonna have to do is cut all these welds loose, get in there, and either make a new piece or pound this back down to where it was supposed to be. Alright, so what we have here are 2 pieces of that skid plate that we just pulled down. We have the one that was folded over. We got it, bent it back some, and then we have the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this piece onto a piece of 16 gauge that we have. This is probably 18 gauge here. We're going to step it up to 16, use a little bit thicker. And then what I'm not going to do is put these humps in there like these have. Mine's just going to be flat, which this is really just to protect the floor up front, so it doesn't have to be like crazy exact to that. What we're going to do is we're going to put a thicker piece of metal, but it's going to be flat. So like I said, it's not going to have this hump, which it doesn't need to be. It's just a stamped piece of metal that they use. So ours will just be flat, and then we'll put the holes back in to bolt it back up. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to get this, trace this good piece, flip it, make an opposite side since there's a left and a right. And then once that's done, we'll get it bolted back up, and we'll move on to the next piece that's messed up. new piece of sheet metal is on. This is new. So now I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here. We're gonna cut this whole piece off, and I don't know if we're gonna try to salvage this or make a new piece, but these are threaded inserts. So if we could cut this loose and then maybe just bang this down into its correct shape, we'll do that, because the new 1/2" skid plate going on is not gonna allow this to happen again. If we can't salvage it, I think we're just gonna end up replacing it, and then I can just put some welded nuts or weld some nuts on the backside. That way we have something to grab to when we put the skid plate on. But that is the next step. These are all stitch welded. One here, one here, one here, here, all along there. So what we did on the dents on the outside, as you can see, we already fixed it, but what we did was we took our puller handle right there and we just tacked it in a couple different places, took a slide hammer, pulled them out, and then the same thing over here. We just pulled all of those areas back out, made it nice and flat. Figured if we can save it, might as well save it, save the customer a little bit of money. And now that we put a 1/2" skid plate on it, those areas aren't going to get dented again. So this was, I think I showed you earlier in the video, this was probably an inch up in, and we brought it all back out. Now we're going to get a little bit of black touch-up paint put back over it just so it doesn't rust. And then I think we'll check out a couple other areas, get the skid cleaned off, maybe check some of the holes, make sure the threads are good and clean, and then we can start the reassembly process on the skid plate. That looks like it probably could be straightened back out a little bit. It's got a little curve to it. Alright, we got this piece painted, that one little spot over there, and then we got this touched up over here. Now we're going to look at the directions to make sure we know what we're doing. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces that we need to put back on this. That would be up here, right? Okay. Alright, so there's a spacer that goes in there.
It says to only put the middle one in.
Okay.
I guess the skid plate's gonna hit the other two.
Okay, so the middle one goes there, and then the other skid plate probably goes up through both of them. No, yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's probably bowed like the razor was.
Yeah, it should go.
Yeah. Okay.
Guess it has something flat to sit.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's probably gonna joint there. All right, we're done with page 1.
All right, you on to page 2. Yeah.
Locate D.
Locate D. Locate D. This is A.
That's probably D's. This is big one.
Big one's D. Step 2. Panel D.
You know where we're going?
I don't really know. I'm gonna assume got a little mask. Did say this was here. I'm gonna say. I think this one's going. Alright, can't really see that because the camera is facing the wrong way, but We got panel B on. B, C, and D loosely.
Now we're going for the A's.
Now we're going.
Sides.
Oh, our sides already. Is there anything that goes up there?
Yeah.
Okay. So
This one.
big sides first.
Is on left.
Okay.
Here, right there.
All right. Nice. Not bad. Not bad. All right. All right. The next step that we're gonna do is put the plastic side kick panels on, and then we can go for the actual skid plate material. So I'm gonna set this camera down for a minute. We're gonna get these sides on, and then we'll be back. Okay, next step, one of the sides.
That fits really good. It does. It's actually really nice. Well, if the razor would have fit that tight, if it wouldn't have been demolished before we put them on there.
Oh no.
Because they stick way out.
Yeah, I think they're meant to.
I like that.
It's actually really nice. It actually went really, really smooth. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it actually fit really, really nice.
Yeah, that fits really good.
Yeah, nothing's like extremely tight yet, so we still have some to do, but man, that fits nice, seals nice. All right, yeah, guess we can move on to the other side, get a couple on it, and then I can go through and tighten them all. We got some self-tapping to do.
Well, alright.
They're definitely not shy about the amount of bolts being used.
Yeah. Guess that's a good thing.
Oops.
They all have starters.
They do, yeah. All right, so we can lower this thing down. We'll get oh, those are for the diff bolts. I was gonna say 1, 2,
4.
3, 4, and then there is 4 on the very, very back,
2 there in the middle.
and 2, yep. And then we're good. Actually, pretty smooth to put this skid plate on, and it fits really, really nice. I like it. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Might have to reach out to them. We're actually not a dealer of them right now, but I think we're gonna be. All right, we're moving on to the next thing that this KRX is getting, other than the skid plate. And we're making custom brackets for his light bar and mirrors, all in one. So the brackets that were on it only held his light bar, and they are mangled. So as you can see, it is bent, twisted in ways that it shouldn't be. But it went like this and went up and held his light bar. So what we're doing, and his mirrors had clamps right here, which we had already taken off. But what we're gonna do is get rid of this thing that sticks out, that gets caught on everything. And we're making a low profile set that holds his light bar and his mirror both at the same time. So what this is gonna do is go up in there, riv nut here, light bar mounts there. Nice low profile design. And I'm sure that we can make a set for you if you like them when we're done. So these are cut out on our plasma table. But right now what we're gonna do is I gotta mark the holes for where this light bar mounted. We'll get those in just because I didn't know where they went until we had the design ready. But after those are on, we'll be able to bolt that in place, get the riv nut location, put a riv nut in, and then I think we'll be good. Okay, here's what the mount looks like. One hole, two holes, one hole. This goes up through the slot, gets bolted there. We'll get bolted there with the mirror. So it's going to do all three. It's going to hold the light bar up top. It's going to bolt rigid here. It's going to bolt rigid there with the mirror facing backwards. And then what we're going to do to top it off is we're going to put our MMO logo on there. And then I think we'll be good. We can paint it, do some rhino lining on it, or we have the capabilities of doing some powder coat, so we might even powder coat them. We'll have to see. Alright, we got her all finished up here. We have the MMO badge on there. Slight bend. Might be hard to see, but slight bend in it. So we'll bring it over here. It goes up through there. Mount there, there. And goes up straight. Light bar fits perfect between them because we already dry fit it to make sure. And now we're good to go. We just got to either get them powder coated or painted, put back on, and then we'll bring you back and show you the final product. Okay, all finished up, bolted in. Nice black powder coat on there. I think it turned out good. Low profile, serves a great purpose, holds the mirrors, holds the light bar, doesn't stick out to get caught on anything. Should be good to go. We're gonna end this one off here. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.